Go to your channel. Refresh.
Welcome back to
There it is. I think it's catching up.
I think I can turn that volume down.
Are we like pixelated?
Not necessarily on their end.
No.
Oh, and then...
We need to turn it up so we can hear, right? Josh, you need volume or you won't be able to hear.
We're talking to ourselves.
Oh.
She says we need volume so we can hear. We're talking to ourselves. I talk to myself sometimes. Sometimes I even come up with my own answers. Welcome aboard Adventure Rhoades live stream, Josh and Autumn. We just figured Thursday night talk. We did it last Tuesday, so about 10 days ago. So I don't know. We might try this once a week, once every couple weeks. We'll just see how it goes.
Oops.
So share it out. If you got any questions, ask questions. Let's kind of wait for a minute, see who all joins on. We got the Saw Surgeon. Hello, Saw Surgeon. He's from down Grand Junction, I believe, downstate. So we are hanging.
Grand Junction, Michigan?
Yeah, I believe down near Delton area. When I was a kid, from '86 to '88, I lived in Delton. My grandfather had a church down there called Victory Lane Assembly of God back in the day. And then we moved up here in 1988. So,
I didn't move up here then.
so anyways, well, welcome aboard, Saw Surgeon. If there's any other channels, or maybe some other ones coming on. So we might do these now and then. The next 3 days, I have to do 12-hour shifts. Hello, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
So we are in my man cave, and if you can see the wood walls in here, those are out of a barn out of Cascade, Michigan, which was near Grand Rapids, and we got that from what the guy was called the Barn Baron. So that was another adventure. When we went down there and got it, it was an absolute blizzard that day. I think we have pictures on Facebook somewhere. We were hauling a utility trailer, whiteout conditions.
We almost didn't go, but then the desire to have good barnwood, we kept going. It took a while.
Yep. So anyways, a couple days ago, I was out turkey hunting. Autumn was in the ranch decorating and getting ideas for the ranch. And when all this stuff lifts, if it's possible, we may do some sort of a spring fling thing, maybe a hayride or something in the spring, a cookout, because we're ready to have some get-togethers and stuff like that. We're ready for this.
Yes, Josh isn't doing well being locked
Yeah,
down.
I'm driving all over still. I lived on the edge today. I pumped gas 3 different times barehanded. Didn't wear a mask or costume or nothing. So. Anyways, and then what we are also doing is Autumn's going to start doing a few different songs for some YouTube stuff. At some point, we'd like to get her a new keyboard and everything. But if anybody has suggestions or songs that they would like her to sing, throw them in the comments or on any videos upcoming. And
hopefully I know them.
Yeah, she'll know them. She'll get it down. So.
I love your confidence. Oh, that's funny.
We got Grampy's Workshop from up in Canada. I believe you're up near Quebec area. Is that correct, Grampy's? I can't remember, but they say a lot. That's all right. So we like to poke fun. We can take it too. So we like to have a lot of fun. So anyways, Autumn teaches online as well. And a couple days ago I was turkey hunting, and when we were turkey hunting, we found some bear tracks, so we were going over that. And when we got in the house, she was getting online to get with her students online, and apparently students have different names for what they sign in. And what happened there?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, she
No, okay.
She rattled a student.
No, I didn't rattle the student.
It was probably bullying.
It's not bullying. I was on my tablet instead of being on the laptop, and I didn't realize that it auto-corrected the spelling of the person's name. And so I responded to the person because I always address them with their first name. And then I put a few questions and we were discussing, if you really need to know, we were discussing accounting and we're talking about stockholders equity right now. But anyways, it changed the person's name to, I didn't know. The next day when I went in, I realized after the person put their name in all caps, but it changed their name to Rhoades. And I don't know why it did it, but it did it. So I fixed it and said I was sorry. It was an accident. So.
All right, Saw Surgeon, Banfield, Michigan. There we go. I didn't have all the comments. Hello, Grandma. Jason said to say hello to Grandma.
Hey, this is Eric. Where is that 6 foot?
Where's? Oh, Nova Scotia, a bit east, eh? Yes, that's. Autumn and I have always wanted to get way over to Nova Scotia. The closest I have been was Maine on a motorcycle trip, but I've always wanted to shoot the ferry from Maine up over to Nova Scotia. Hey, this is Eric. Where is that 6 foot social distance? I haven't practiced that in some time. I figure I work at the jail, and unfortunately,
Hi, Mel's video.
Unfortunately, we see like every disease in the world come in, and those diseases are out there before they come in, so they're always around us anyways. But yes, you always gotta stay clean and all that. But I don't know. Today I was almost gonna ride motorcycles, short sleeve, and no helmet, and just do everything crazy. But
of course you were. It's a little chilly here.
The NFL draft's on at 8 o'clock. We'll see what the Detroit Lions do. They're going to probably do something. Maybe it'll be the best draft ever. Who knows? And then we won't be able to watch them. Hello, Mel's videos. The ferry is costing us a fortune. I've heard it's really expensive. It's still not running. May not even go this year. Maine is a beautiful spot.
Yes, he owes me a trip to Maine. I'll tell you that story. He says, yeah, I'm going to go on a motorcycle trip with the guys, and we're going to go on this trip, and the next thing I know, it turns into he's going to Maine without me. So, like I said the last video, there better not be in Alaska without me.
From what I know on some of these lives now, to hook up with another channel, it used to be on the side, you could click there and go right to their channel. Lately, I've noticed you got to do a cut and paste and go back on YouTube and do the search for that channel. So those of you who do have your own channels, I mean, you guys are more than welcome to go in and out and check each other's channels out and grow your channel. Obviously, make a comment on the content, give them a thumbs up, and subscribe and all that stuff. So we appreciate everybody coming on. It helps the view time and all that. So right now we're just about 1,400 subscribers. It's been a lot of fun. We're just still keeping coming up with ideas of things to do.
Right. So behind us is Josh's man cave, and I know he talked about the barn wall a little bit, but he's got this pool table, and we painted some of the walls orange, and there's some tan, and he likes westerns, so he's got his western thing going over here on this side, and you can't see it over here to this side, but he's got his life-saving awards and officer pictures and tough sons of guns over here, but he needs a place he can go to escape me.
So anybody ever likes to shoot pool, I'm no pool shark, but we like to do it. So if you're ever in the area, send us a message. We'd be glad to meet you if we're able. It'd sound fun. But like I said, probably this spring and definitely or the fall, we would like to do a hayride. We called it the Harvest Fest, and so we like to do all kinds of things.
So we're gonna talk a little bit about the ranch.
So right now the room that we are in, if you look on one of our videos, we call it our Airbnb video. This is the lower level of our lake house, and we offer kayaking. We have fire pits set up. We're a half an hour from Lake Michigan, basically half hour Traverse City. Now in Traverse City, it sits on east and west Grand Traverse Bay, which runs into Lake Michigan. Then you go maybe another half an hour out to the big water of Lake Michigan, but it's all basically Lake Michigan right there. But yes, it's a great area. Our ranch is about 15-20 minutes from us, and that's the property where we have the more of the land set up. So Autumn has been nesting out there, been setting up.
We've
been looking for finds on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist.
Hey, the good news is I get to paint the kitchen whatever color I want, and he's not even going to argue with me. Right now it's Georgia clay, which is a dark, like reddish brown color, so I'm super excited.
Yep. So maybe at some point, someday, maybe we can offer even a little bit of camping or something like that. So it's a pretty nice spot. There is a campground actually right across the road from us. It's called Smithville Landing. They also have the canoe place, but we also have kayaks and stuff like that. And we like to go about 5 miles up the road, and it's about an hour and 15-minute, hour and a half float back to the ranch. So just a nice relaxing float. Or if you go from the ranch, go the other way, it's to the next stop. It's about 3-hour float. So anyways.
Well, if you didn't see Josh's turkey hunting video, which he didn't get a turkey, by the way, but I had a Facebook video because I'm doing like a hymn a day, so a song a day, just as an encouragement. But I talked about in my Facebook video how a lot of times I wonder if he's actually hunting and not really sleeping out there.
I did get a little nap.
Yeah, because I feel like every time he goes hunting, there's really more sleeping involved than actually hunting. So I don't know. You're a sleeping hunter.
So are you going to sing a hymnal, or are you going to do
No.
this? All right. if you guys have any suggestions, or country, gospel, Christian, maybe, I don't know, maybe some soft rock or something, depends on what it is. But you can always send us a message on our Facebook, on here, or any of our videos. Put it in there, and she'll see what we can do.
I know he likes the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy song.
Yeah, she does a really good Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy out of...
he likes Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy.
So, welcome aboard, Lori.
Hi, Lori.
How do I go back to the... Oh, there we go. Hello, Van Life.
Hi, Van Life.
So, what is the last restaurant, and anybody in here, what is the last restaurant that you were legally allowed to go sit down and eat in?
Whitetails.
No, it wasn't Whitetail. It's called Up North Grill,
Well, it used
which
to
is
be
in
called
Kalkaska.
Whitetails.
And that was on the weekend going into St. Patrick's Day weekend, I believe.
Yes.
Or the weekend after, I can't remember.
It was like the
now.
15th.
Yeah. So that was the last sit down restaurant we ate.
Are you gonna start getting teary eyed?
So,
Goodness. We have gone through a lot of drive-throughs, and we have done a lot of takeout.
Shorts and Bel Air.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
I haven't even been there yet.
People should log this stuff down, because when it's done, this is probably going to be a record in a lot of our lives. I know I'm not saying everybody goes out to eat or anything like that. I get that, but we're like 40 days. I mean, and especially when you got a kid in school and sports.
Well, and we're so busy all the time that we're just on the go usually.
Yeah, I mean, we're still heading
But
drive-thrus.
we ate out tonight. We had Calho here in Kalkaska.
Yeah, we sent our daughter Natalie into Calho.
To the
She's
bar.
actually underage. They didn't card her. She probably loved it. Yeah, Up North Grill with Jimmy.
Yeah, she didn't go to get alcohol. She went to pick up pizza.
Yeah, but it seemed like she was right on the edge. I liked
20.
it. I said, hey, go down there and get me a pizza.
Yes.
We were almost going to do this live from the trout. Maybe the next, I think that's what some of these lives might be like. It's like hide and seek. Where are we at next?
Where are we in the world?
So
who knows? Nobody knows.
Anyways, we are getting close to, we still have frost, we still have snow, so we're getting close to starting to disc some of the fields up for some of the deer food plots. I don't even want to think about deer hunting, because it's November and I don't want
He
snow.
doesn't know this, but I was playing Christmas music at work today.
So shorts and Bel Air at half capacity.
Wow.
I have
okay.
not ate in shorts, actually. No, did we one time?
Hi, Scouts Adventures. No, I've never been to Shorts and Bel Air.
Scouts Adventures.
I don't know why he hasn't taken me, Brian. I don't know what's going on.
Vlogging every day now for the history of what's going on in the world. Yeah, it's a good
There you
idea.
go, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting how businesses run going forward. I really, really feel bad for especially not the Home Depots and all that. I think they're thriving, but the mom and pop, like our hardware store here, like a McLean's Hardware, or some of these other small ones, because I know I'm not a handyman, but I know if I go in for 3 things on the way out, I'm going to buy malt balls or something like that. But now,
Not malt, malt.
yeah, not malt, like keeping the rats out. But
he means candy, like Whoppers.
yeah, but anyways, there's a lot of people that they have this list of 3 or 4 things, and they'll buy that extra thing, and I think that's where a lot of stores will hurt as well.
He says it's mad trying to vlog on the motorcycle at the minute. Well, Josh has been motorcycling. I don't know if he should be, but
You're on the motorcycle doing a vlog?
you've done that.
Oh yeah.
You were on the motorcycle running a drone.
Yeah, the one time we were doing a ride after work, and me and my buddy Ram were riding. We had a group behind us, and we probably shouldn't have done that. But my phone rings, and I could feel it vibrating in my vest. So I pull it out, and I look at it, and it says wife, and I thought, I wonder what his wife's calling me for. Autumn was wondering that too. No, but anyway, so I think she's trying to get a hold of him or whatever. So anyways, I yell, "Hey Ram, it's for you!" And I hand him the phone. We're riding down the road, and all these people behind us, yeah, they're like, "Can't be doing that." But
let's not talk about the trip up to Mackinac.
Ace Hardware and Hastings, their sales are way up. Oh, that's awesome.
I imagine.
I like Hastings. Hastings is a nice little town. It's been a while since I've been there. I think I have a couple old childhood type friends that live that way.
I just bought a bunch of paint down at McLean's.
I know there's
their sale.
I know there's a Mexican restaurant in Hastings my parents really like, and M43 is a really nice road to ride the motorcycle on there.
Hey Brian, we'll have to do a double date sometime there at Shorts when it's opened up again.
Yes.
Sounds like fun.
Or have a cookout at the ranch there or whatever.
A cookout at the ranch. So
yeah, Mexican connection. I think you're right, Saw Surgeon.
Yeah, okay. So the one thing we wanted to kind of talk about tonight was
Saw Surgeon. If you need any firewood and you want to make an up north trip, just because, send me a message. You're more than welcome. Come on up. We have some real nice trails at the property, and go kayak or something.
Yeah.
Bring your family up.
Yeah, we would love that. So the one thing we wanted to talk about tonight was kind of what our plan is and our vision is for the ranch, because you'll notice the videos, he's always out there doing stuff, and that the ranch is, well, it's empty now, I guess. I mean, we're staying out there sometimes, but we don't have anybody necessarily living there all the time, but we're out there a lot. I'd say almost every day. So, but the vision, I guess, for the ranch is what's kind of our vision. We want to do more things like community-wise. We want to have a harvest party again this fall.
I'm not a hardcore hunter, but it's nice to be able to go hunt.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in high school, I hunted, but I didn't have. I've always had like ADHD. I guess I can't sit still or get bored. I remember starting a campfire before, and then I'd see the deer all walk by. But you know, I always liked eating it, and I always enjoyed the camaraderie with other hunters. And then now that I got older, and then I work in a jail, and it's kind of race, it's busy. But it's nice to go sit down and just relax, and I can take it in now. I actually enjoy it. So.
But he still can't sit still, guys. Let's just be truthful, right?
Thanks, WH Ranch. Appreciate the view time.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. So anyways, but the ranch, we had a harvest party, which some of you were following us last fall. We had about 85 people show up.
Yep.
And Josh and I put it all together, did the tractor ride and everything, and all the food. And I guess the goal is to do that again, and this year bring in some bluegrass, a bluegrass band that I found, which I think would be awesome, because I love bluegrass music.
Have a good night, Saw Surgeon.
Yeah, have a good night. But also the other thing is we want to do some lighted snowshoe hikes in the night. We want to have like a family camping night or a church camping night out there. We really just have
small hill if kids want to sled, that type of stuff.
Yeah, I guess the vision is to use it for community and do things for others, and of course enjoy it at the same time, have family and friends, and just some other gatherings out there. So we're coming up with some different ideas, and we're slowly remodeling it. We've already replaced light fixtures, painted a couple of rooms, put together some beds. We have some other work to do. We need to replace a few things, but it's coming along.
Yep.
Yeah.
Autumn's taking pictures as she goes. There'll probably be a video of some sort when it's all done, but it's going to be a work in progress. Heck, I'm a work in progress.
Me too. But it's a labor of love, and he says it's nesting, but it is pretty exciting to put things together and make it more homey and make it, the Rhoades Ranch. I mean, that's what it is. So, right?
I think right now, since, well, May 1st, I'm going to drive somewhere. I don't care what they say. I put right there, I'm going somewhere. I don't know
The
where.
poor guy's going crazy.
But no, we've been thinking about hitting a bunch of lakes in the area and kind of finding some of the hidden treasures just in our county. Maybe do some sort of a video on that because there's so many different hidden beautiful places because we like to hit the campgrounds and different lakes and stuff like that. So we may do some sort of a video on that.
So we have 2 daughters, and one is a junior in college, so she's just wrapping up her junior year, and then we have a senior in high school, and both of them are going off to college, one for their senior, one for their freshman, obviously, coming up in August, and we will be officially empty nesters here at the Rhoades house. And so we have a big summer ahead of us to get them prepared to head out and go off on their own. Our one daughter will be turning 18 in July. I know there's been a lot of talk everywhere about seniors missing out on a lot of things, and yeah, they're missing out on things, but we're choosing to look at the silver lining of all of this, and that there's a big plan here, a greater plan than we can see, and we're just gonna have fun and make the most of every minute. There's what else can we do, right? So we're still gonna plan on her graduation whenever that is. We're still gonna have a party whenever that is. We're still working it all out.
And if you're in the area
Yeah.
and you want to come by, we'll probably have some sort of announcement, but you don't have to bring a gift or anything like that. But if you want to swing by and get something to eat, I'm sure we're gonna have plenty of food. But just let us know so we
Yep,
can.
we already know it's gonna be tacos because it's her most
But
favorite
we have no
food.
idea on the date for sure yet because the way
Yeah.
things are going.
We're
So-
still trying to work all those things out, but we're just gonna be, open and flexible
and that's gonna be here at the lake house.
not cause anybody grief or anything like that, because I know a lot of people are
Yeah, you
calling
too, Brian.
everybody. Yeah,
Eric.
see you later, Brian. Bye, Eric. And so, anyways, but we're just gonna see the silver lining and have a good time. That's our whole goal for this summer. Just have a really good family summer. So, yep.
And Lori, we talked earlier. It might have been just before you got on. Anybody that's wanting some song request, I guess if you have any ideas. I know she mentioned a couple to me last night, and she was sleeping. I was trying to tell her, and she fell asleep. I think she would have stayed awake if you were talking about it. I was trying to get all these
No,
ideas.
guys, here's what happens.
Yeah,
I hit
she
a
was
wall. I hit a wall. And that wall usually comes around 9:30, 10 o'clock because I work hard all day. So,
And this week we did have a bear out at the ranch. We saw tracks in 2 different areas. I'm gonna have to get some double check my
excited.
trail cameras and get some new batteries out there and maybe hook some cameras up, see what we're seeing. But we're not necessarily trying to draw bears in because it's mainly for the deer hunting, but they are cool to see.
and I got really frustrated because I can't go to see a beautician, which I don't go that often anyways. I usually go.
I haven't been able to get a haircut for like a month.
And I like it, but I usually go like once a year. I'm not the kind that goes every like month or anything like that. So I get really frustrated, and I cut a couple inches off the bottom of my hair tonight just to. It probably looks terrible, but I couldn't take it anymore. So, just having a good time. So anyways, yeah, we're just we've got a lot of plans. We plan when we plan on taking the girls out to college. We plan on going through Branson, Missouri, doing some things. We're hoping we get to see some more of the Smoky Mountains.
We'll do some vlogs on some of the travel sites.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
We did do a Route 66 part of that with some kids that we took down there before, and there was like an old 2-man jail cell, and that was kind of like around the middle of Illinois, I believe, on 66. And we put the boys in one side of the jail and the girls on one side. They loved it.
We just like to have a good time.
If
Doesn't matter where.
I've told the jail before, if they would just let me have one empty cell, I could Airbnb that thing and we could make money. People want the experience.
You're gonna Airbnb a jail cell.
Yeah, I remember one time. They don't really do this anymore, but I remember one time when the Boy Scouts came into jail. It was probably a group of about 10-year-old Boy Scouts, and they're all walking in, and we have buttons by the doors. So if an inmate needs something or if there's an emergency, they can push the button, and then and then they can let the officer know what they're needing. They're only supposed to hit it for an emergency type of purpose, like medication or something like that. But they do sometimes hit it for other things. But I remember we would talk to the Boy Scouts while they're in there. They're just looking at different things and seeing how the jail worked. And one little kid out of the mouths of babes, he goes, my mom said when she was in here, there was a TV in her cell. So it's like, well, Bobby, we need to know that your mom Susie was here, but everybody knows now. But it's, it's just funny what a kid will tell you.
Kids will tell you lots of things, that's for sure.
One of my favorite stories with the button on the doors. One time there was this guy that walked into a cell, and apparently he told everybody, I'm the rock boss now, and he wanted the remote, and he wanted to watch Adventure Rhoades, and the other people didn't want to, or vice versa. So I'm saying, but anyways, he come in there being bossy and whatever else, and one of the guys grabbed him, put him like in a headlock up by the door, and he used his head and hit the button with his head, and he said, hey, you guys need to come get this rock boss wannabe out of here. And so the officers come down, he's got this guy in a headlock, and he goes, yeah, you guys can take him. And it was kind of funny because he didn't really hurt him, but he had him in this headlock. He was hitting his head off the button. So
Josh has unending stories from the jail. Some pretty funny stuff, actually.
So anybody else have any questions? Those that are in here that have YouTube channels, like I mentioned earlier, you can copy and paste the channel and search it, check them out, grow each other's channels. Just do it the right way. Click the like button, hit subscribe, watch it in full, make a comment on the content. So we were wondering also if you have any ideas or suggestions. How great that are.
Oh, okay. Well, I could pull that up. Wondering
Are you
if...
gonna sing it right now?
Well, I don't know.
She might. Do you want her to sing it right now? I do see a little bit of a delay from what we're videoing, and I got the laptop run so I can see some of the...
That's okay. Well, what did she say?
How great thou art, or holy, holy, holy.
Okay.
Actually, I have a pair of jeans that have holy. It's this pair of jeans. Like if you put money in it, it's gonna follow. I would follow a guy like me because.
Okay, so what are we doing?
You're gonna sing "How Great Thou Art." I guess she's gonna sing one tonight.
Lori, do you want me to sing right now, or do you just want me to put it on Facebook?
No, not on Facebook. It's gotta be on YouTube. Then we get view time.
I know, isn't that terrible, cutting my own hair? But I don't think it looks too bad.
Autumn cut mine with a bowl on it, and I look like Mo from the Three Stooges. I'm not doing that again.
No, I did not. But in our younger days, when we had no money, and he drove a truck, and the name of the truck, he had it right on the front of the truck. It said "Beats Walking" right on the front. It was a Ford F-150 1992, right? So it was a 92?
Yeah.
And it said "Beats Walking" right across the front. And I remember I would drive that around town, and he would ride his bicycle to work. And I would shave his hair for him because, we didn't have the money, so we didn't go get haircuts.
I think for tonight, because this is no problem for Autumn to do, she can sing "How Great Thou Art," and then we're probably gonna wrap it up shortly right after that because Hannah wanted us to watch the NFL draft with her.
She's recording it, so if we're a little late, it's okay.
But anyways, I'll let Autumn sing that because you don't want me singing it. Everybody would leave in a hurry. I think everybody's already got it. That's okay.
No, they're not all gone.
So I just say 7, but sometimes I think it's reading people who maybe don't have the account. And if you're not sure on creating an account, I did do a video on an account. I tried to make it as easy as possible because I'm a simpleton and I tried to make it simple. So hopefully that does help somebody on creating an account and how to do playlists and all that type of stuff.
Okay, so what am I doing?
You're going to do "How Great Thou Art."
I'll just do part of it. So here we go. Oh Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made, I see the stars I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe display. Is that good enough? Or you want me to keep going?
I thought you were going to sing them.
I guess I'm gonna keep going. Okay. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art! How great thou art! Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art! How great thou art! There you go.
So, Lori, I see Swinging Bridge outside Brumley, Missouri.
What
Is
where's
that a site? Or did you live in Brumley? I know you're from Missouri. What is the Swinging Bridge?
So the bridge must swing, I'm assuming? Is it like a suspension type bridge?
It sounds cool.
Yeah, I want to go.
Missouri's a beautiful state, I think.
I think it's really beautiful too.
The Ozarks, and also, yeah, just a lot of rolling terrain, farm country, some pretty rivers. I'm not a snake fan. I know they have those, so you got to watch it in the summer.
Josh is really not a snake fan.
But I love the outdoors, and
I'm not a spider or bee person.
like riding motorcycle through there has been beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks, WH Ranch. Ranch, where are you from? You probably told me before. I need to make some sort of a list on all these.
Yep.
Hey, sorry I was late playing with the dog. That's okay.
Our Liberty girl is 10, and she's slow going.
She's on CBD dog chews right now. It's expensive, but
It's really
we'll try it for a little
expensive.
bit.
Yeah, she's a Mastiff, 175 pounds.
170, but yeah.
Something around there, but anyways.
Battle Mountain, okay, that's right. WH Ranch finds a lot of arrowheads and kind of lost treasure out in the desert type stuff. It's really cool stuff.
So, WH Ranch, what do you think is, what's the best thing you've ever found out there? Because he said you find like arrowheads and different things. What would be the best thing?
That'd be some cool finds.
Yeah, what's the greatest treasure you found out there?
I've always wanted to go to Nevada. I've always wanted to ride across, I think, US 50, the loneliest road across the middle of Nevada. That's kind of been on my list for a little while.
Oh,
And I
loneliest
think
road.
there's the Great Basin National Park. I always thought that one looked kind of cool. Found a hand axe.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, he finds some really cool stuff. I've seen a couple of his videos. So, really cool.
Well, you'll have to stop out that way.
JK, are you out in Idaho? I know you're from Michigan, but I know you're talking about going to Idaho. I'm not sure if you headed out yet. And Autumn's family has been getting actually really nice warm weather up in Montana, and they're about the same latitude as we are. I think they're right around 45th parallel, somewhere in that range, but they've been actually getting really nice weather out that way lately.
Yeah, they're based in Missoula.
Yep. What part of Nevada, WH Ranch, is that? Are you like southern Nevada, central, northern? I've been up by Reno. That's about it. I know there's a lot of very vast land, a lot of BLM land. It's BLM is like the government owned, like where you can camp and stuff like that.
I didn't know what that was.
Great Northern.
I'm
Northern
trying to
Great
like
Basin.
get it going in my brain. What does BLM stand for?
I
But
got a
anyways,
call yesterday. She has to work Friday. Maybe we'll go in September. Yeah,
Okay.
I understand.
we understand working. Yep, for sure, for sure. Northern Great Basin, he says.
Yeah, I'd like to explore more of that. So I've been to Utah, really like that. Autumn's from Montana, so
I was born in Arizona in Phoenix,
Yeah,
so I have family in Phoenix and Tucson and Nogales. So, yeah.
yeah, and I got a brother up in Montana as well. Ranch, have you lived in Nevada your entire life, or are you a transplant?
A transplant.
You can't really be a transplant because there's not many plants in Nevada, I don't think. unless you're cacti.
Hey,
No, it's a beautiful area.
funny story is I'm not very good at gardening, but I got a cactus once for the house, and I overwatered it, and I actually killed the cactus. So I underwatered the real plants, and I overwatered the cactus. It doesn't go good for me usually.
I'm gonna have Autumn do more of the backgrounds on some of the videos. Been here 7 months. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. Yeah, Lori, I actually do have a couple CDs that I did already professionally. So, and then we can.
You should send her one.
Yeah, I could send you one.
Yeah, she'll send you one, or next time, sometime we're up that way, we'll drop one off. Do you have enough? I don't even know how many you got anymore.
I don't know either. I just give them away. I don't even sell them. I just give them away. So
we're hoping to get her a keyboard down the road so she can do some different backtracks.
yes, it's in my wish list on Amazon.
Amazon wish
It's
list.
red. It's beautiful.
The cart's about ready to tip over.
The cart's
I think it's the keyboard. It's heavy.
No. I've been using this little tiny keyboard for a really long time that doesn't even have, the keys aren't even the normal size keys. And so I'm ready for my real keyboard. I used to have a Young Chang when I was younger, and I ended up selling it, and I haven't had a real piano since, and I'm ready. I'm ready for it to come back. So one thing you might not know about me besides the fact that I've done some CDs professionally, but I've led worship at my church for the last 18 years.
Hello.
For the last 18 years, I've been singing since I was a child. I've been helping out here with a local
She's still
youth
training
group.
me.
Yeah, local youth.
Yep.
I'll be helping with that. So it's a good thing, and it's always given me a lot of joy to do music. So yeah, just something you might not know about me. Right?
Right, very good.
Right. Josh should not be singing or clapping, because I can tell how many times we're clapping and he doesn't clap in rhythm, and it throws me off.
Yeah, if we're in church, Autumn will tap my back, and I'm like, "What's that?" She's like, "It's the rhythm." It's like,
Because we'll be like, "This is the beat," and he'd be like, and I'm just like, "Come on, you got to get it together." It throws the whole song off for me.
And Laura, where are you from? It's okay if you don't want to answer. I'm a geography nut. I've been able to go to 49 out of the 50 states. Alaska is on the list. Autumn and I want to take Alaska trip.
Oh, California, nice.
Are you guys off lockdown, or are you getting? Are you kind of on a semi-lockdown now? We're still on lockdown here.
Okay, Los Angeles.
I feel like we're on home tether.
I've been to Los Angeles. Actually,
Your mom was from
my
Iowa.
My mom was born in Iowa, but she grew up in Los Angeles. She lived there for 15 years, and then then we ended up in Phoenix, and that's where I was born. But yeah, so I've been to Los Angeles, and
So, Los Angeles. I live 26 miles from my work. It takes me 35 minutes to go that far. Now, Los Angeles, one of the king cities of the country. So if you wanted it probably takes you as long to go 3 miles as it does me for the 25, I'm guessing. I don't know.
it's possible.
But I know Autumn and we've been on a lot of Route 66, but I think we sometime would like to take the trip in its entirety, just A to B, the whole entire thing.
That's a bucket list item. And I've been to Disney World though. Someday. Right?
Yep.
The hesitancy. Yep. I don't think that's like his scene normally. He probably likes
What's that?
Disney.
Oh yeah, I
You're
go to
probably
Disney.
more of a get on the road ride.
Yeah, we like to get on coasters. We used to take youth groups
Oh, roller
to
coasters.
now Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. I don't know what all the stats are now, but they have probably 15, 20 coasters. They're kind of a coaster mecca there. And it's right on a peninsula out on Lake Erie. And we used to take teenagers there from church youth group. And I remember one girl, we are in a very small town. Kalkaska has maybe 3,000 people in the entire county, which is a pretty good sized county. I think we're about 500 square miles. It's a pretty good sized county. but the entire county were less than 20,000. I think we're actually around 17, 18,000 people, somewhere in that, in the entire county.
So we took this group of like 20 teenagers.
Yeah, and the one girl, I don't think she had hardly been on the Ferris wheel.
Well, she'd never even been out of the state.
Yeah.
Or stayed in a hotel.
So we took her the very first ride. We got first thing in line. The gates are right there. We're very first in line.
And so we're not going to ease her into
And
this
so,
at all. No.
matter of fact,
going for the top one.
because we're ones that we like to really be early, and our early bird gets the worm generally. So we're waiting in line, and people start cutting, and we have teenagers, and they're like, "That's not fair," or that type of thing, and we're like, "It's okay, just we're not going to get in arguments about this. I mean, we have all day here. We'll ride what we can.
Yep.
We're going to have good attitudes, that
We're
type
going to
of
have a
thing."
good day.
So, anyways, it was kind of funny because we're standing there on the side, mind our own business, just waiting for them to open. We're probably there an hour early, something like that. And one of the worker comes over out of the blue, and they say, "Hey, do you have this group here?" And we had like 10, 12 teenagers.
No,
maybe
that was the 20.
Yeah, we might have had 20, I guess.
There was like 4 dogs.
Because we had a number. So, anyways, they bring us in ahead of everybody, and they say, "Yeah, go ahead and get in line for the rides. They're firing them up." And
Yeah,
so
so
it was like a
worked out.
kind of rolled out the red carpet, and we didn't even ask for it. So
of
that
course
was really
we
cool.
get her, and we get her out of the state. We get her to a hotel, obviously. You
And
know,
then we
so
put all these
her first
kids-
experiences.
we put all these kids. It was called Top Thrill Dragster,
and
this
it goes 420 feet straight up, and
Yeah.
it comes straight down, and you're like 60 miles per hour in 3 seconds.
yeah, but then you're topped out over 100.
Yeah. Anyways, we take her on that roller coaster.
And when you're up there, you
first.
see both sides of Lake
It-
Erie. You can see the ships way out there in the water.
It was awesome.
But
The closer to death you are on the roller coaster, like that little bar between you and falling over to your death.
But anyway,
it's
she
the
was
best
hanging on there. She
experience.
was right behind us. Holy cow! Holy cow! Holy cow! And when
All the way up,
she was
all the way
shaking when
down.
she got off, and I said, "Well, everything else is easy now."
We did the rough
She
one
was
first.
white as a ghost, but she even laughs about it now. She does. She
Yeah.
she just says, "I can't believe you guys took me on that thing."
And if you're like, we had like meeting times like for all these teenagers, and we just went off on our own. And
we told the kids, if you want to ride, stick
if,
with us.
If you want to ride the rides, you stay with us.
We
got in, we rode till it closed, and we went from ride to ride to ride. We didn't even stop to eat. We
we'd
just, like,
eat
on it.
line.
Yeah, we were just ride to ride to ride to ride. And it was, I don't know, I like it.
Yeah, it was fun. So we haven't been to an amusement park in a while. We're kind of overdue, but I'd love to shoot some videos off some of the coasters.
And then the best part is like we went to the county fair here, which clearly is not like roller coaster city, but you know they have all the regular county rides.
Were you with
and
us when we got
we
stuck
were-
going up?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
we-
hold on, let me finish this. We were at the county fair and we're going along. We're on this, and they do the thing where it goes one way and then they take you backwards. And
Oh,
Josh
that's
is screaming out, saying, "I hope you have life insurance and all this stuff." And the teenagers are just busting up because you just don't know what's going to happen on these rides, right?
I remember when I was
Like
in.
the Cedar Point getting stuck.
Yeah, we went on. It was called the Mantis. I believe it was
Yeah.
called the Mantis, and it was one of those rides where it was a stand-up ride. So the harnesses are over you like this,
And we're all standing there
and
ready to go.
you're standing there ready to go, and we have all these kids with us, teenagers and stuff, and we had a couple chaperones. And it starts off where you go up real slow, and we got up near the top, and I think they had a power
It was
outage.
about halfway up there.
And all of a sudden
It wasn't a power outage.
something, but it just
Somebody
stopped.
was screaming that they wanted to get off. That's what
I
happened.
think just
And
screaming.
they stopped the ride, and we were literally standing like at an angle, like this, and in midair for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was, and I'm like, and so we just started talking, like we got the picture. We had the disposable cameras.
Disposable cameras.
And we were taking pictures
Trying
of
to do
ourselves.
selfies, and you don't know what it looks like until you get
I don't even
developed
think
a
we
week
had
later.
cell phones at that
No,
time.
no,
No,
we
we
didn't.
didn't even have cell phones. We didn't get cell phones, so we were a little older. But anyway, so we had these disposable cameras, and Josh starts saying, "Well, I wonder if it starts, and what if the ride just breaks halfway through and we all fall out of this thing? And what happens if it doesn't start back up and we're stuck on here all night?" And he's all talking doom and gloom, and I'm like, these poor kids, everybody have to hear this.
They had a great
conversation.
time.
That was a good time.
They had a great time.
That was a great time. But yeah, just let's just say whatever we do in life, we just want to have a good time. Like we really want to enjoy the experience. And I would say
Even just going to watch people. I remember watching. They had a ride there called the Magnum, and my brother and I looked, and you know how they have the video screens, and you can watch these people riding the roller coasters. And there was was an elderly gentleman up in front with like his grandkids, and I'm not kidding. And I was thrilled to see. It's like this guy's still living. Well, at least for how long, but anyways, he's living. So, anyways, when you looked, it's like this guy looks like Orville Redenbacher off the popcorn bag, and so we're sitting there watching, and we're like, I don't know if we're gonna ride it. I don't know if he's gonna get off this thing. And they had the pictures and all that. You could see all the screens. And when the pictures came around, that guy was smiling bigger than anybody. And everybody else was scared to death. It's like he's already seen it all. He'll walk through the fire. I mean, so the guy was awesome. But that's what I want to be like. You know, I want, if you can still go, if you can get your feet on the ground, keep trying to do something. If you know, obviously if you can't ride a ride, that's fine. But if you can go and watch the sunset, skip a rock. I mean, whatever you can do what you can do, you know, so
and
keep
enjoy
living.
the experience, enjoy the journey, you know. So many people just, every day it's like a challenge, it's a struggle to just even find anything to find joy in. Well, there's a lot of things to find joy about. And I know like the world's in a big crisis right now and we have everything going on and people are afraid, but we've just determined we're going to find joy in the journey and find the silver lining, and whatever that silver lining is, whether it be doing a YouTube live right now or just taking a ride in our car down the road for a few minutes, or getting drive-through pizza, or you know, putting toilet paper by the side of the road so people can come pick it up. I mean, just find some joy in the journey.
You haven't seen our toilet paper video. I might have to do another one. Maybe the next one's gonna be Lysol or something.
Lysol.
I don't
Anyways,
know.
You can obviously tell when these videos are happening. I'm working or not available to stop him from some of the craziness, but yeah, just, you know, find some joy, find the silver lining, because life is, it's short and it's challenging and it can be tough. Yeah, joy. That's good. So even when you're stuck
Hello,
at home.
Tony.
Hi, Tony.
So.
We've just
That's
talking
all right,
about
Tony.
some of our fun stuff.
Tony drives truck, but matter of fact, tonight I was waiting for Autumn to pump gas because I said, hey, meet me up at the gas station. I just figured let's just do it all at once because I like.
Yes, he calls me often. What time are you getting off work?
Yeah, because if I can
'cause
time
I'm
it,
still
I'll pump her gas, pump mine, and be done with it all at the same time.
Yeah, it makes me come
and also,
there.
it just made me feel free tonight. I mean,
And sometimes the
people
kids
are running
come
around
too.
in costumes and masks, and I was pumping 2 different pumps barehanded, and people are like, "That guy's gonna drop." I mean, I felt like I wanted to fall over in the parking lot, but it's not funny. But
It's
I mean,
not funny, Josh.
But I mean,
But again,
it's
he's just that's his sense of humor for you.
I wouldn't do that, but I thought about it. But.
Don't even think about it.
So, anyways, we're just trying to have fun. I'm not gonna go make, you know, I want people to be safe. I get that.
And healthy and strong and good.
But at the same time, it's probably not good for a lot of these people being cooped up like they are. So I really feel bad for a lot of people, especially right now too. It's getting cold. It's not been the ideal weather.
Well, it's supposed to warm up,
Right.
so that's a good thing.
So we will see how this develops. If we're able to do some sort of a spring get together, we may do that. It may be kind of a last minute thing. We might announce, might be just something simple. Hot dogs over the fire,
It's
marshmallows.
a little funny.
Yeah, it is a little funny. It's kind of a lot funny sometimes, but
yeah, like he's been like, maybe I should just go cough, and I'm like, you're not gonna cough.
well, and then
you can't.
and then at
things
work
like that.
now they check our temperatures every day with a little temperature thing. And then the other day they checked. I said, just give it to me, gangster, because you know, like when a gangster shoots, they do sideways. I said, just give it to me, gangster. So they're like, just knock it off. I'm like, oh man, but
Can't even have fun.
yeah.
Oh man.
So we're just trying to have fun. We hope you guys are too. I got to get my dad to do the joke about the
What joke?
the nursing home joke.
He would too. The nursing
Yeah,
home joke.
yeah. I'll get my dad to do the nursing home joke. It's kind of funny.
The dog looked at me funny. Our dog looks at us funny.
I
all
love
the time.
dogs because they're all different personalities, and some of them, I swear, they look right through you, and they know if you're lying to them or whatever. They probably know you more than anybody. So yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, they're.
This is
fun.
probably going to be our last one for a little bit. We might take a break just because of our schedules, but we may still dog sit or something.
Yeah.
I love dogs.
He does. And we love our Mastiff. So maybe we'll get another Mastiff someday. But if we did, we'd have to get 2 because they need to have a friend.
Yeah, and her mess is easy to clean because it's huge. But if you step in it, there's no other feeling in the world. Unless you get in the car and it's like, what's that? Not on the same popsicle, though, I hope.
Hey, listen.
I wish on
we
YouTube.
We went to the vet, and because our dog is
Hey,
10.
Richard Buck from Scotland. That's really
Hi,
late.
Richard.
1 o'clock.
So we went to the vet. This is a funny story though, because he was talking about the dog eating popsicles there. But we went to the vet, and the vet told us that whatever we're doing to keep doing it. So Liberty gets pancakes when we have pancakes. She gets steak when we have steak. She gets
Not like she gets a whole steak, but she'll get some scraps.
eggs. She gets salad. She eats everything we ate.
Yep, we're in our little pool table room, and
Hi,
I
Christopher.
got a ball here. I'm gonna show you. This is kind of fun.
Oh, let's see if he can show you what he's got going on. So there, they can see you, I think.
Can they see the table from there?
I think I'm out of the way. Am I out of the way?
I might have to do it.
Here, I'll go this way.
So, anyways, we got a couple different.
This way.
This looks like a regular 8-ball. So, anyways, my grandfather, he's passed now. My grandfather was pretty good pool player. He could bowl real good, hunt. You know, it's just kind of from that era. So when we got this table in 2006, so it's 14 years old, and
it still looks brand new.
It still looks brand new. It's called a Connolly. It's made in Tucson, Arizona. I don't even know if they're there anymore, but it's a beautiful table. It's kind of got that Western look to it.
Well made.
And so we got John Wayne in the background. He could have been part of that toilet paper video because he's rough and tough and doesn't take no crap. But so anyways, my grandpa, when we'd play pool with my friends, it'd be me and a friend against my grandpa, my dad, or whoever, and he'd be like, "Oh, I don't know, I haven't played in a while," and he'd just run the table. And so anyways, I thought I'll fix that. So I got this Crazy 8, and then one time we're sitting there playing, and I switched out the 8-ball, and it rolls funny. And he looked at that and he goes, "I don't know what happened." He goes, "You got a bad spot on the table." And then I said, "I don't know." And so anyways, this thing will roll sideways. It's like weighted on one side. You got to hit it really hard to get it to, but sometimes we'll play games with just the Crazy 8 because it makes it wild because you don't know which way it's going to roll funny. So you could make some money on this. I'm not saying you should, but you could. But yeah, it's fun.
Oh, JK, he had a cheeseburger tonight. See? Yeah. Just gotta feed your
Christopher Bacon, grandpa had a Crazy 8-ball. Yeah, it's fun. So especially if you're playing and somebody's good and you kind of switch it out. If they're the ones beating you, then it's like, I'll show them.
And you have your candy cigarettes down here, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, Josh likes to roll his candy cigarettes up into.
There's the candy cigs.
Yeah, there they are.
We got these in an antique ashtray down here. Candy cigs. You can have the cool effect without the side effect. So if it's like a cold day like today, you put that in your mouth and walk down the street, and it looks like you're smoking. It's like looks awesome. And then so I've noticed when I've rode motorcycle before, it keeps the Hells Angels off my back. So it's a little safety.
Hey, tell them that story about the gel, and you're telling about having because you tell them about the mixed nuts. Come on,
that might have to be another night.
Oh no,
that might have to be another.
That would have been funny.
You have to remind, because I can show the vest and the patch.
Oh yeah, okay. Maybe our next live.
Autumn will make a note of it.
Maybe our next live he can.
We'll
he can talk about his gang.
The mixed nuts story.
The mixed nuts story.
I can show you a picture that's in here though. This is of one of our.
Why don't you take the phone and give him a tour of the room? Keep it going that way. Just turn it around.
Oh yeah, I can see out of this a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. He's gonna give you a tour of the room. Tell him what you got going on.
So this is one of my bike trips, and that's Romero on the left, Ryan in the middle, and myself on the right. We rode from Michigan all the way out to Monument Valley, Utah. And if you see in that picture right there, it says mile marker 13. This is in Monument Valley, Utah. So mile marker 13 is where John Wayne used to film a lot of his Westerns. And that is also the spot where when Forrest Gump was doing that movie and he had the big long beard and he was running with all the people behind him, he says, "I'm tired. I think I'll go home now." So that is that spot. So we stayed the night out in the desert there.
Why don't you give him a tour of the room?
And just a second here. So we stayed a night out in the desert there, me, Ram, and Kiger, and we camped there just outside of that area. And the night before we camped, we bought a rubber snake from the gift store and we threw it in Ram's tent because he doesn't like snakes, maybe even more than I do. So he went in there and he kind of flipped out for a minute. And then that next morning when we left, we threw that rubber snake over by the Boy Scouts tents right in front of one of their doors. But they were all kids and they were all sleeping. But we always wondered which kid stepped out of that tent in the morning and maybe wet himself or something. But
You guys are the
we always
worst.
kind of wondered, but we kind of laughed at that.
Worst.
So
Are you gonna give him a tour?
so anyways, Autumn helped design this room. The barn wood is out of a barn from Cascade, Michigan, which is a
Josh
little outside of
always
Grand Rapids.
says that he births the idea and I make it happen.
Get your horse and drink your milk.
He wants to know, did you ever put your bike in the motel room?
I have not, but we have put it under we've got it as close as we could before. I've not been to it, but there is a motorcycle hotel place that I know of down in Tennessee near the Tail of Dragon, and I forget what they call it, but it's like a bike motel, and in between each room, they got a slot where you can put your, so if you got room 1 and 2.
What's your longest mileage of trip?
The longest mileage one
For a motorcycle trip.
I've had a couple. I had a Triumph 865, which I should not have done a long haul on, but I did. From Kalkaska, Michigan, we rode all the way up to northern Montana through Glacier National Park, out through Idaho
To the coast.
to Mount Rainier and near where the mountain blew up.
I don't remember. Olympia?
No, and I can't remember the name of it.
I don't know.
Where the mountain blew up in Washington State. So then, anyways, we cut down to Oregon, and we cut to the Oregon coast and rode down the Oregon coast, and that
Did you
was
see the redwoods that trip?
into the redwoods in Northern California. That was like 5,900 miles, somewhere in there, just short of 6,000 miles.
That's
The other big trip was at Monument Valley because we rode all the way down to, we actually hit Arizona, Grand Canyon. Then we came up through Utah, hit Yellowstone National Park, rode up to Middle Montana.
Well, originally he was just going to go to Monument Valley. I told him, might as well just go the rest of the way to the Grand Canyon.
Yes, it was crazy. It was a Triumph 865. So one of our last videos, I won't have time to get into that story tonight, but that was a good bike, but not for that. I was hurting.
The
but
Triumph
I did it.
865. He did get home.
So that Monument Valley trip was on a 2008
Hi, KY
Electric Glide
Hunter.
Classic. Hello, KY Hunter. Welcome aboard. Jumping on real quick. Like I said, if you guys have channels and you want to grow your channel, you can do a copy and paste on somebody's channel and search them and, see if it's something that's up your alley. I'm sure I always like to go to look at all the videos. Usually somebody has a topic I like, and if I like it, I'm going to hit like, I'm going to watch the whole thing and give them a view and give them a subscription.
Yeah. So are you going to give him a tour of the room?
I'll give you a little tour.
He's going to give you a tour of the Western room. That's what we call it. So Josh, he wanted the Western room and I just made it happen. That's my job in life.
I'm kind of old school.
Josh is old school. He's like 80-year-old in a young man's body.
Yeah, I'm not. but we love to have fun. We love to have fun.
Yeah.
So here's just a little bit.
All right, he's going to tour you around.
Okay, so there's one of my work pictures. And I even autographed it. And there's kind of a cowboy guy.
Don't be so movie, Josh. That's too hard for them to follow.
Couple life-saving award type things. Let me go a little slower, sorry.
Yeah, a little bit slower.
One of my co-workers over there that retired that I call the legend. One of my favorites I've ever worked with. A couple deer racks from deer hunting, a couple from the ranch, and then one from state land right next to this house. Throughout. Oh, we're from Kalkaska, Michigan.
Yep, she's asking everybody else.
Okay, I see. And over here we have, this is some of our travels. Autumn and I love to travel. So we collect shot glasses from different parts of the country.
Just remind them this is our Airbnb.
This is our Airbnb. So you can actually,
Lower level of
this
our
is the
house.
lower level. You can actually rent this. We
Who is
have,
the legend, Josh?
huh?
Who is the legend?
The legend was Luke Lansbach, and his sister was an Olympic swimmer.
He worked at the jail.
And he worked at the jail with me for over 12 years before he retired. This was from Glenwood Springs, Colorado. Doc Holliday. We rode up to his gravesite. They don't exactly know where his gravesite was, but they do know he was buried there. But they had a lot of washouts up on the mountain there, so some of the graves got washed out. So they're not sure which one was which, but that's where he was buried. And then we have a lot of travel magnets from Glacier, Montana, Mammoth Caves, Sight and Sound Theater, Wisconsin Dells, all over the place. Detroit Lions, it's a bottle cap, and no, they have not opened the champagne because they don't win anything to do that. There's a murder poster, wanted. But yep, this is part of our Airbnb. An old Oklahoma territorial map. Natalie got that for us. And then here's some of the old Western posters, like Once Upon a Time in the West, Tombstone. A riding barrel that came from my uncle's barn.
And Hannah did the picture.
And here's Teddy Roosevelt, March, because I was born in March. It kind of fits because I was born in March. It's red, white, and blue. We love patriotism. And it's a music sheet because Autumn likes old music.
And don't forget the Matador.
And there's that. And then some of you may not know, Autumn is a quarter Mexican, and her nana came from Mexico to Arizona.
Her last name's Escalante.
Escalante. Arriba.
But that was our Matador picture.
So this picture
They
was
asked me what I
this
wanted.
picture was out of Autumn's grandmother's house.
And that's what I wanted in those guitars, the iron guitars.
I got a funny Matador story. You guys want a Matador story? I got a funny one.
Turn this around. All right, he's getting resituated. Turn it this way, Josh. This way. We're over here. Okay. We're back.
So I have
I'm
a
back.
funny Matador story. At the jail.
Bye, KY Hunter.
At the jail, people wear suicide gowns if they're deemed that they're suicidal. One time we had this guy that was really acting out, and he wanted to, flush toilet paper and just make a mess and stuff like that. And so, and then he was
Later.
So we had to put him in a chair, but he's holding the gown out like it's the bull thing, and it's like, oh, good grief. But
Matador.
so some of the stuff we have to see down there, it's unbelievable.
Yep. So we're glad you could come and have a tour of our Western room.
If you want to see more of it, go on our YouTube video, Adventure Roads, under Airbnb. Just look for that, just Adventure Roads, and just push up Airbnb.
And that's
And
our
we have
Airbnb.
we have the whole tour and a video on that. If you look up Airbnb.com or whatever, just hit Kalkaska, Michigan. Ours usually pops up about the top, might be the top one, but it's got the kayaks out there, the water. You'll see Adventure Cottage North. That's what it's listed.
If you're ever
under.
in the area and you need a place to stay, look.
We don't have a swimming pool. We got a lake.
Yep, we've got a lake.
So you pretty much mid-June till the end of August is about the best time to swim. So it's pretty sandy. It does get deep quick, but it's pretty sandy.
And kayaks.
Yep, it's just a small lake, but it's quaint and it's
a
real
private
quiet.
lake, so there's not a lot of traffic.
Yep, there's hardly ever anybody out there. It's a nice little spot, and there are big lakes nearby and rivers. What's it?
Turtle suit.
That's no problem, Bako. We're not judging. So.
Nope.
So chapter been there, done that, and hopefully it's closed and we're moving on. So, but yep, we've all made our share of mistakes. I don't care who you are.
Yep.
So, but anyways, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, and we want to thank everybody for watching
Thank you so
Adventure
much.
Roads. Please subscribe, hit the thumbs up. We appreciate it. look through the videos, play all, but those that are in here who have channels, you can look at each other's channels and help each other grow and
And
just
if
do it the
there's
right way.
any questions you have for us or anything you want to know about us or any ideas you have how we can different events or things for our ranch that we can do in the community, we would love to hear your feedback.
I know there's a lot of, when you type up YouTube and you hit Rhoades, a lot of stuff comes up. So obviously our last name is Rhoades, but it's Rhoades. So just pronounced the same way. But if you have any questions, we do have Adventure Rhoades on Facebook, and you can send us messages there. You can always send a question on a YouTube comment as well, and we'll do our best to answer that.
Yep.
So anyways, we just want to thanks a lot for watching, and we may do something again next week.
Yeah,
So
we're just gonna take it week by week.
have a good night, and thanks a lot, everybody.